The 4O Forum. What We Think About Love, a 4O Forum exclusive by Jesse Tresky. The results are in for the most exciting survey on love ever conducted in the first grade at Hillside Elementary School. First, did you know that more than half of first graders have had a crush at some time in their lives? This reporter was very surprised to find that out. But if you haven't had a crush yet, don't worry, you're not alone. In fall, most of the kids have crushes now, and almost all those crushes are with someone in fall. So I guess if you fall in love, you're probably going to fall in love with someone in your own class. Here is the most shocking statistic of all. Out of all the people who are in love in fall, not one of them has told the other person. It is very unusual in surveys to get an answer that equals 100%, but this one does. How come no one is telling the other person that they're in love? That is a mystery that can't be answered by this reporter. How to tell your crush that you like them? Nobody seemed to agree on this. The class is pretty evenly split. Say it to their face. Have a friend tell. Write a note. One person in the class says that they just hope the person figures it out. Note from this reporter. That is a very bad way to communicate. So there you have it. Shocking, never before reported results on how the students of 4 feel about love. Remember, you read it here first in the 4 forum. Survey question 1. Do you have a crush on someone? Yes, 55%. No, 41%. Survey question 2. Is it someone in the class? Yes, 91%. No, 99%. Survey question 4. Have you ever had a crush? Yes, 56%. No, 44%. Survey question number 5. What do you think is the best way to tell someone you have a crush on them? 37% say it to their face. 26% write a note. 33% have a friend tell the person. 4% hope they figure it out. The Sweet Truth, an interview with Megan Moriarty by Jesse Tresky. On Monday, Valentine's Day, everyone involved learned the truth about who has been giving out those candy hearts with mysterious messages written on them. Megan Moriarty. That means that Megan is officially the sweetest student in the whole first grade. We caught up with Megan on the playground and she agreed to answer some questions for the 4 forum. Here is the exclusive interview. Question. What gave you the idea to give candy hearts to your classmates? Answer. I always put candy in my Valentines. Usually I put mini chocolate bars in because they are flat and they fit inside the envelope better. But when Mrs. Fletcher told us that we weren't allowed to hand out candy, I got kind of mad and I decided I was going to do it anyway. I know it was wrong to break the rule, but I don't think it's a very good rule. Question. How did you make the candy hearts? Answer. That's easy. My uncle has a candy factory and he makes those personalized messages on candy hearts all the time. People give them out at weddings and birthday parties. So he's got this special printing machine that does it. You just type in the message and you can print out as many boxes as you want. The only tricky part is the message can't be more than 2 lines long and you can only have 9 letters per line. So all the messages have to be really short. Question: how did you get the candy hearts in our desks? Answer: that was the hardest part. I had to hand them out when the classroom was empty, so before class at school or after school or during recess, it was easy on the day Mrs. Finney was there. But really hard with Mrs. Overton. She's sharp. Lucky for me, she's busy too. But that's why I didn't hand out any hearts on Tuesday or Wednesday. I didn't have a chance. Question: are you sorry you did it? Answer: honestly? Yes and no. I'm sorry I broke the rule. I know you are not supposed to break rules, but it's the Valentine's Day. It only comes once a year, and candy is a part of a Valentine's Day. At least it is to me. And I think almost everyone really liked the hearts and the messages. I tried really hard to think about what was special about each person in the class. Everyone has a talent, and I wanted to make them feel good about that. I wanted to say, hey, you're really great just the way you are. So that's why I wrote the special messages, because Valentine's Day is about love. And part of love is liking yourself. I wanted everyone in Fort to like themselves for a day. They Came from Space by Christopher Bay. A spaceship lands at Hillside Elementary. Take me to your leader. What do you want, Mrs. Overton Langston? Happy Valentine's Day to the best teacher in the universe. A Friend in Four, Advice for First Graders by Megan Moriarty. Dear Friend in Four, I feel terrible. I did something I'm not supposed to do. Nobody knows. Every day I feel bad. I keep waiting to get caught. What should I do? Signed, Guilty in the first grade. Dear Guilty, you're never going to feel better until you confess. Go to a grown-up you trust and tell the truth. I guarantee you'll be happy you did. Dear Friend in Four, why do we have to make a Valentine's for everyone in the class? I don't like everyone. In fact, there are some kids I really don't like. Why should I make a Valentine's for them? Signed, Tired of Making Valentines. Dear Tired, I hear you. Making 27 Valentines takes a lot of time. I spent about 4 hours making mine. But you have to give one to everyone so no one feels left out. How would you like it if you got just a few Valentines? So here's my advice. Go to the store and buy a box of Valentines. That way you won't be so tired. Dear Friend in Four, this is really embarrassing, but my feet smell bad. Not all the time, but when I wear boots in the winter and run around on the playground, my feet really sweet. Then we come in from recess and take off our boots. 2 kids told me my feet stink. Help me! Signed, Stinky and Sad. Dear Stinky, first, those kids shouldn't tell you your feet smell bad. That's just rude. Second, I asked my mom about your problem, and she says there are things you can buy at the drugstore that take care of a food odor. Also, do you wash your feet every day? You should, so try those things out and hopefully your problem will be solved. Dear Friend in Four, because of all the poetry we've been reading in class, I've decided I want to be a poet when I grow up. Is that a real job? Do they make a lot of money? Is it hard to be a poet? Signed, In Love with Poetry. Dear in love, your name says it all. If you love poetry, then you should be a poet. I asked Mrs. Overton, and she says poets don't make much money at all. But I say you should still do what you love. But for instance, I love writing this advice column, and I don't get paid any money at all. Sports Report by Ryan Hart, Megan Moriarty, Jack Bagdasarian, and Tessa James. Here are the scores for the first grade girls basketball games that was played this weekend. Tigers 22, Raptors 27, Polar Bears 5, Wildcats 12, Eagles 31, Hornets 19. Here are the scores for the first grade boys basketball games that were played this weekend. Bulls 19, Hawks 22, Grizzlies 17, Lakers 16, Pacers 39, Celtics 20, Mavericks 7, Thunder 27. All the indoor soccer games had to be cancelled because the roof is still leaking at the indoor field. No one knows when it's going to be fixed. Special feature, the poetry page. All poems reprinted with the permission of the authors. Secrets by Megan Moriarty. Some secrets are nice, like shiny wet pearls you string on a necklace, 1, 2, 3. Some secrets feel like rocks that hang from your heart. They pull you down. Some secrets are like needles. They poke and poke and poke, wanting to be told. Those are the most dangerous of all. Poem for My Mom by Jessie Tresky, with help from Evan Tresky. A vase is just a vase until you fill it with flowers. A wand is just a stick without its magical powers. A diamond's just a rock until you cut it right. And a sunrise looks like nothing unless you start with night. My mom is like a sunrise, warm and beautiful and gold. My mom is like a diamond, strong and clear and bold. But my mom is not a flower that grows in rainy weather. Instead, she's like the vase that holds us all together. Stanley by Malik Lewis. My dog is yellow and mellow. He sits on my foot and crushes it. I shout, "Get off my foot," but he's a dog, so he just licks my face. I love my dog. This is Just to Say by Jessie Tresky. I have taken the poem you kept in your room and which you were probably trying to keep private. Forgive me, it was so good, and I wanted you to shine. Note to the reader, Mrs. Overton says it's okay for me to use William Carlos Williams' poem like this because everyone knows it's an imitation. A poem like this is called a parody, except a parody is supposed to be funny and my poem is serious. Teepee in the Woods by Evan Tresky. You see broken branches. I see a perfect palace. You see twisted string. I see some place safe. You see nothing much. I see a home. The Quarrel by Eleanor Varjan. I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight. The end of it was strong. He said he was right. I knew he was wrong. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night." I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. Note to the reader. This poem is written by a famous dead poet. It's my favorite poem of all time. Weather data for the month of January. Average high temperature 32 degrees. Average low temperature 19 degrees. Highest temperature 38 degrees. Lowest temperature 4 degrees. Total precipitation 3.36 inches. Relative humidity 64%. There were 9 clear days, 7 partly cloudy days, and 15 cloudy days. Breaking news, this just in. Mrs. Overton has uncovered a startling fact. E. Cummings' real name is Edward Estlin Cummings. This reporter is not surprised that he kept that a secret.